Hi, I'm John David Miller with YesWise Insights. Today's topic is strangeness and confusion. Please like and or subscribe to my YesWise channel. YesWise programs are supported by ReallyWell.com, BlacksFood.com, and WaterUs.com with natural health information, superior organic flaxseed, other superfoods, herbal products, air and water purifiers, EMF protection, far infrared ray technology, and more at ReallyWell.com and my other websites. Folks, you need to support your body with all the nutrients that it needs for it to function properly. With Delicious Greens 8000, which tastes really good, it's a superfood nutrition smoothie mix that gives you minerals, phytonutrients, enzymes, pigments, along with the vitamins that help support all the functions of your body and keep it healthy. It has both organic and wild ingredients with 8,000 ORAC units of antioxidant capacity and 20 plus servings of fruits and vegetables in every scoop. With Pollinate flower pollen extract, you get additional micronutrients that help support your energy and stamina, good health and vitality. It's loved by athletes of all kinds, both professional and Olympic athletes, and I've used it myself for over 40 years. We also have organic flaxseed of the highest quality, the lowest in toxic metals like cadmium and lead, and the highest in omega-3 alpha-linolenic acid. Also organic amaranth seeds, very nutritious seed, along with organic turmeric powder and alkalizing antioxidant spice at ReallyWell.com and FlaxFood.com. Well, strangeness and confusion. There is so much going on in the news. How can anyone take in and comprehend it all? Maybe that's why there is more interest by many in sports and entertainment than other current events. In the 1980s, the goal of the CIA was for what the people believed true to instead be false by manipulating information. In the 2000s, their goal has been to know what each of us thinks and to redirect that by taking control of our brains using distraction, confusion, poisons, and technology. Well, looking at March Madness, the strangeness and confusion that we experience, for example, right now with the Iran conflict, it's been going on for about a month, and we have all kinds of reports about what may or may not be happening, and ins and outs and backs and forths with the Iranian leaders being taken out and then new ones cropping up, and of course the effects it has on the oil and gas industry and the possible destruction of some of the infrastructure in the Mideast, the prices that are starting to be very high at the pump, which if continuing long term will affect the prices of everything else and have a drag on the economy. We have Israel involved, of course, and a lot of questions about that, and additional questions about Netanyahu, the head of Israel, as to whether that's really the original Netanyahu, or maybe he's been taken out or long gone, and this might be an actor in his place. It's hard to know. There's so much of that sort of thing in our political world and entertainment world as well. And then we have meteors that have been coming into our environment. One exploded here in Ohio a couple weeks ago, and then other ones have been coming by. And we have those strange drones that have cropped up several times, which they say are anti-gravitic technology, a very advanced technology that we didn't even know existed. And what is not being able to be stopped. Some of these drones are said to be from China or other countries that have advanced technology that we're surprised to learn that they have. And of course, we have some of that as well. There's also the words of there being a secret space program that may be far more advanced than any of us have even thought of with their AI and other technology. And so they can use that technology for harming us or creating further disturbances in it and confusing us with weather disasters that may not just be natural but orchestrated and directed by advanced technology, including what's called geoengineering. You can learn a lot more about that at my various websites. Bioweapons that may be created in laboratories where they call them a virus, but they're really a technology that can get into our system and cause some health challenges and problems. And then you have the three-letter agencies and what they're up to in our culture. The DHS, Department of Homeland Security, TSA, ICE, FBI, CIA, all have their fingers on various buttons that they can push and create problems with our thinking and with our society. And then the whole controversy around Trump and his people, the issues about the Epstein connections and so on, the great amount of shootings and abductions that are going on, and the question whether they're all really occurring as described or whether they might be staged or some kind of play that they're distracting us or manipulating us with. Similarly with the assassinations, like the attempted assassination of the president, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and as to did these really occur as they were described. We have non-profit, non-governmental organizations and they're playing a role in manipulating our society and our minds. And then the sports and entertainment that many people turn to just to relax and get away from all the other craziness, but even those can be manipulated and may not be as described. And then when we wonder what's going to happen with this Ukraine situation, it's gone on way too long, but seems like it could be getting resolved, but never seems to happen. We hope that it does, but Putin may not even again be the original Putin. There's a lot of claims about that being an actor that replaced the original. And then you have where China is that playing a role in all of this. And what will they do? Are they sending some of these drones over our nation that we can't stop because they're some kind of special technology? Are they going to be taking over Taiwan while we're distracted in the Mideast? Or what is going on with China and with Russia, and what's going on with NATO and EU? Is the U.S. going to be backing out of those completely, or are we going to try to transform them into something better, or like we're trying to do with the Americas now to try to incorporate a North and South America harmony that has been missing for a while, and try and get rid of these drug cartels that have been manipulating many of our North and South American nations. What will happen with the economy? Will there be a collapse of some kind? Many people talk about the potential collapse of the stock market. The whole debt environment is very, very serious, and it affects the bonds. Bonds are considered to be very shaky, and banks are heavily invested in bonds that may not be anymore at the value that they consider them on their books. They may be greatly overvalued, and that the banks are really insolvent on paper, and may bring that to an economic and financial disaster soon. And how will that affect currencies? The dollar in particular, but many other nations' currencies that some could go up and some could go down, and some could be replaced and some could go digital, and a lot of questions about that. And of course the silver and gold market, where silver and gold prices have finally been released somewhat from the long suppression by manipulation with short-term paper contracts, but they break out and then they suppress them some more with more of those contracts, and then the silver and gold break out again. But I think that's a safer place for some of your funds at this point, but we'll have to see how it all turns out. We're living in a very strange and confusing environment. Well, Laurea Clear Extract is an extract of Laurea tridentata, chaparral herb. It's concentrated with irritating compounds removed. Very helpful for the immune system. Helps to detox microbes and parasites and bring relief. And it can be accompanied by vitamin O and what I call a resistance assistance pack. Vitamin O is liquid oxygen drops, increasing the oxygen levels in your blood, and that can be very helpful for your health as well. Advanced joint formula for increased flexibility, strengthened joints, and decreased inflammation at reallywell.com or flaxfood.com. Far infrared ray technology for detoxing, health improvement, relief, and prevention. The Relax Far Infrared Ray Radiator is the most advanced of any on the market. You can find that at reallywell.com. We have the sauna, we have the standalone radiator, and we even have a little table lamp for far infrared ray improvement of your health. At waterus.com, top quality water purifiers made in the USA. You need to get the poisons out of your water, especially the chlorine and the fluoride, but many other chemicals that are in the environment. And our systems have multiple media that take care of all the different concerns that you might have. We have a countertop, undersink, whole house, and bathroom cartridges and systems. Check it out at waterus.com. And at yeswise.com, my YesWise education service with holistic learning modules, better life consultations and seminars, the archives of insights, Inspire, and Aware More programs. Find all that at yeswise.com. I want to thank you for being with me. Have a great day and be really well.